I got some McDonald's wisdom for you guys today. While I'm waiting on my free quarter pounder with cheese. I've been thinking a lot lately, as I often do, about our silly need to define and label everything. Now, don't get me wrong. Things should be identified so we can understand them. And therefore, I guess, that's how we put labels on things. But there's a lot of things we don't need to put labels on. A lot of things that don't really actually matter. Now hold up. I know some of you're going to be like, man, it matters to me. And what I'll say to that is, why? Why let anything trivial matter? It's about as silly as the man standing up at the fucking city council meeting talking about how somebody else having an abortion is infringing upon his freedoms as he's actively campaigning to infringe upon others. Trivial stuff, man. And almost all of these things that we choose to label that are trivial, they all have to do with choices and how we live our lives. See this car right up over here? It doesn't matter how that person in there is living his life. Not to me. It doesn't matter to him how I'm living my life. We don't need a label for each other. We all exist in our own little worlds. Why label something? The only thing labels do is they seek not to grant us greater understanding of the world or each other or any of that. All labels do is divide us further and further into smaller and smaller little subcultures, and we marginalize each other until, we're all, just completely separated and divided. Now, I can understand from a authoritarian approach how dividing the masses could be beneficial, especially considering if we ever saw wealth inequality to hell, even 100 years ago, all hell would have broken loose at even a fraction of what it is now. Here's my McDonald's.
Hi.
Hello.
Thank you, Matt.
Thank you. Even a fraction of what it is now. But yet we've let this wealth inequality get to such a crazy point. Companies are people. I mean, do you guys even... It just blows my mind. We want to sit here and bitch. I'm touching about a lot of subjects today. Maybe, just maybe, I'll actually impound upon them. But every Sunday, sports. Friday sports. This culture is built upon my team. It's always me. It's not we the people, it's I the person. We're all selfish and we're all guilty of it. We all label, we all judge. We live in a capitalist consumer society and we consume, let me tell you. But we not only consume goods, we consume each other just as much as this cheeseburger that I am about to consume. But we worry ourselves with trivial shit. trivial. I want to say that word again, trivial. Something I've told my daughter before in the past is when she gets worked up about something, I often tell her or ask her, I say, child, is this going to matter 5 minutes from now? So think about it. Yeah, it will. I go, okay, that's fair. Will it matter 30 minutes from now? Now she's starting to get worried. She's like, maybe. I said, okay, that's fair. Come tomorrow, will it matter at all? She says, no, not really, Dad. And I'd simply say, then why worry about it? It's not a big deal. It's not going to affect our lives any. The world keeps on spinning. Now on to with the labels. Let me backtrack a little bit because I'm sporadic. I'm going to have to cut this up into pieces and rearrange it. And that's fine. Capitalism. So, where I was getting at with the labels is I hate how it divides us. The more I look around at humanity, the more I see a lack of humanity. In many cultures, there's a strong sense of family, a strong sense of community, a strong sense of belonging, a strong sense of helping your fellow man. I personally do not feel as if we have this here in America, the greatest country in the world, at war. I think we should. I think we don't. Because we're so stuck. We're just trapped in that team mentality. The me versus you. The blindly follow my side. Whether you're Republican, Democrat, you're the same person. You're the same thing. Two-party system doesn't work. Come on. Oh, you're doing the right thing by registering as an independent. Wow, tell me more about how your grassroots organizations is getting your people elected. Green Party? Huh? I mean, it doesn't matter. Communist? The big C word? So scary, isn't it? Oh, what about the S word? Ready for this one? Socialism. Socialism will be the death of democracy, they say, as they cash their social security check and drive on public roads and send their kids to public schools that they really enjoy. And when their house gets robbed and burned to the ground, they call the public fire department to come help them. Maybe even the police department. Socialism's never bad when it benefits them. But God forbid it benefits somebody else. Holy shit. We've seen it with the student loan stuff. Some of our members of the greatest generation all upset because maybe $20,000 of my $50,000 in debt over a fucking bachelor's degree might get forgiven. Maybe. You know, not even half of it. For a degree I can't even use. And they worked so hard. They had to work hard. You know, they worked through college and everything else. And it's just not fair that we get a free ride. You may ask my ex-wife. I worked 60, 70-hour weeks as an electrical contractor while going to school full-time at night and did that shit for 3.5, 4 years while having a newborn baby. And guess what? She was working too. 2 incomes. Yep. And guess how much we could afford the college? 0. I have a lot of things to talk about. America, you all piss me the fuck off, and I'm ashamed. Pull your heads out of your ass and start working like a fucking community. Stop labeling each other. Labels don't fucking matter. You don't need 20 different sexual orientations, man, woman, whatever. Who cares what your fucking preference is and fucking partners? It doesn't make a difference to anybody. It doesn't affect anybody but you. We don't need to label things. From this moment forward, I now sexually identify as Ryan Reynolds. Oh, what's my race? I'm not white. I'm not Caucasian. I don't even know what Caucasian is. Do you know what I am? I'm Ryan Reynolds. Every single label, I am now Ryan Reynolds.